Okay, now let's do the same. The first game we're going to be playing in the series is called Ultima, First Age of Darkness. This is first part of a series called Ultima, obviously. This one was created somewhere in 1978. It is pretty old, and it has been converted to DOSBox. I mean, a DOS program, not DOSBox. I'm using DOSBox, as we can see. And this was first created on the Apple IIe. And it was one of the first open world games that supported literally going anywhere you want. It also supported tile based mapping and all that sort of stuff. Pretty innovative of its time. It was created by Richard Garrett, who calls himself Lord British. Bit of an ego, yes, but he's a nice guy. So before we get right into it, we need to look at this. And this will give you an insight into the game, as there's none inside the game itself. Okay, we read it out, which is: Hail, noble one, our land is in need of a stalwart hero who will brave perils horrific to consider. A plague has befallen the realm, a scourge is upon the land. Our village lies sacked, ruinous mounds of ashes where once trod peasants, stout of heart and sound of mind. Where once lay fields of grains and fruit, where cane and fowl grew fat upon the bounties of our fair Soria. All manners of wicked and vile creatures prey upon our people and ravage the land. 'Tis the doing of one so evil that the very earth trembles at the mention of his name. Mundane the wizard hath wrought his mouse well. Our nobles bicker amongst themselves, and each hath retired to the confines of his keep in hopes of watching the downfall of his rivals. Big, cliche line: good versus evil. Verily, the evil one hath heaped down indignity upon curse, by releasing upon the realm a host of creatures and beasts so bloodthirsty and wicked that our defenceless people has grain before the reaper's scythe. Yeah, no, I'm not reading it properly, but bear with me. You can read it for yourself, of course. These denizens of the underworld hold sway over all that can be surveyed, save for the strongholds of nobles besotted with their own ambition. Nowhere in our peaceful country may a traveller find safe passage or lodging, save in the keeps of the self-proclaimed kings. They demand hard labours for their indulgences. Only the young Lord British remains steadfast in the vision of the peaceful and united Soria. In his castle and his town, the pure of heart will find an ally and replenishment for the needs of one who hath chosen to fight for the realm, us. Aid in ridding our land of the scourge that hath befallen us, O noble one. We beseech thee, for without thine aid we shall surely perish before the onslaught of the necromancer, necromancer. Slay the evil mundane. So that is the first age of darkness. The rest of the file just goes on about the beastry, professions, castles, towns, shops, transportation, yada yada yada, dungeons, star walking, the magical arts. Of course, the bestiary, which I mentioned. Sorry if I'm going too far, or if you actually want to read this sort of stuff, but that's all there is to it. So, we kind of want to get into the game now. Just give me a tick. And that one, that, yeah. Okay. Since we, Ultima, Lord, British registered trademarks, yada yada yada. For the first three, Ultima 1, 2 and 3 wasn't really bought up by anyone back in the day, so he self-published these at a convenience store, then the local software store. It was a big hit amongst the locals at the time, but yeah. Anyway, what we want to do is generate a new character. I think the maximum you can have in any of these is 25, so we'll go 25 for strength. If you want to get through the game as quickly as possible, which we kind of want to do, you would create a warrior class. You're not limited to just the warrior type gear and spells and stuff like that, but your wisdom and intelligence will determine what spells you can. Charisma and wisdom and intelligence doesn't play much of a huge role. So what we'll do is go 25, 15, we'll make that 20 and 15 here. And we'll take the warrior route. Okay, space. Yeah, human is mostly warrior. Elf, magic caster, dwarf would be thief, and bobbit archer maybe. Well, not that you would. You can be any of those and be any class, so it doesn't matter. Race. We'll go male, then we'll go fighter. Enter thy name. As gamers know, this is the hardest part. Choose a name. What will we go with? How about we go Snape, eh? As in Professor Snape from Hogwarts. Okay, now we come back to this screen. We've got to continue, so we press B. And press 1. And voila, we're in. No worries. Well, what I might do is put you up there, like so. As you can see, we've got 150 hit points, 200 food, and 0 experience, and 100 coin. Every movement we make consumes X amount of food. So what? That's 2 movement equals 1 food. Press E for enter, isn't it? Yes. And you got armor and food. We're just going to have a look at the armor and see what we can buy. Nope. Okay. No. Oh, yeah. Transact with King. Okay. attack? No, we don't want to attack. Okay, we've got a dagger. Don't want to quit. Enter. Ready. Just quickly figure out all the different things. Yes, it's actually climb, not K-line. In other words, you go up. Do we really want the noise on? It will probably annoy most people. Okay, as you can see, our stats are bolstered depending on our the stats that we choose, of course, as well as our race and our class. Everyone starts off with leather armor and a dagger. So in terms of strength, this is the maximum you can start off with. We'll start off by transacting with King. Go forth and find the grave of the lost soul. Do not return until thy quest is done. Easy enough. We can ignore the jester most of the time. Well, we'll just ignore armor and food for now. As you're in a town, it doesn't consume any food. Okay, we'll go here. Oh, there we are. So we'll look at armor first. Whoops, bye. Okay, we can upgrade to chainmail. So we'll do that. Then what we'll want to do is ready armor. C. And that should be done. Excellent. Of course, I'm pressing T then B for buy. Do I have enough though? No, I don't. But that's fine. Probably should have bought more food first, but if we fail, we'll come back. Okay, we enter our first dungeon. And this is what it looks like. A sort of pseudo 3D environment. We don't want to go too deep at first because, well, we don't want to get killed. When we gain experience. Oh. Attack. And 34 coin. Attack. Oh, lasers. Yes, there are lasers. This is a sort of pseudo space invade, spacey type game, which is pretty strange for the Middle Ages. Anyway, we just want to spend some time getting some coin. Open that up. Oh. Oh wow, getting attacked now. Okay, now we press K for climb. And we're out. And of course our hit points increased with the amount of experience we got. Okay, we attack, 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 and destroy. Okay, it's pretty easy, but we've got to do this for some time until we get lots of food, get better armor and equipment, and so forth. Very droll at first. I mean, this whole game takes about 4 hours. Oh, we want food. No. No, transact. Buy. So that's what, half-pence for each provision of food. So we want to buy 10 food. So we'll go 100 food. Oh no. 10. We'll buy 10. Transact. Buy 10. Okay, we've got 10 packs of food. So that's 100 food. Okay, good. Now we go down back here and transact. Buy rope and spikes. Okay, we'll buy some rope and spikes and check what armor we can buy. Oh, transact buy plate mail. Don't have enough for plate mail, but we'll get there. Ready weapon and E for rope and spikes. Okay, we're being attacked by a tree, so okay, so we're not doing any damage to anything, so ready weapon, and we'll go back to dagger. Okay. Oh yeah, we killed a tree. Okay, we go in here, we can heal up. Should be able to. Oops. Say 5 coin. 7 hit points, okay. Penance, so yeah, there we go, we've got 150 hit points. Okay, cool. Don't know if you're allowed to attack him. It's probably the class we chose. Oh well. Okay. Oh. Noise is back on. Oh. I forgot to mention that these games are open world. So there's no need to do anything to unlock any extra areas, which is cool for a 1978 game, in mines of Mountain Drash. Open it. 6 copper. We'll go down. Nope. We didn't go down. Let's enter. Yeah. Nope. Okay, for climb. Okay. Lasers. I'll open that. Haha. As you can see, lasers are pretty easy to get around. Ooh. Okay. Well, we'll get out of here and get some more food. More food we buy, the better off we'll be in the long run. Open that. Attack. See if we can find our way up again. Open that. Oh. Climb. Open that, and you unlock the boxes. Oh, and we died. Okay, we were resurrected. Awesome. Now, where were we resurrected to? City of Grey. Okay. But we got no coins, so I'm sort of in a rock and a hard place. Oh, okay, that's the nearest city to the dungeon mine that we were entering. We do need some... Oh. Oh. That's a bit annoying. Okay, got some coin. Let's enter here and get some thing to fight with. I'll have a look at armor first. Yes, there's an yellow the bard at every town. Okay, we can't buy any armor. But how about we buy an axe? Okay, ready weapon. D for axe. Better than the rope and spikes that we were trying to do before. Yeah. Let's see if I can have a look at magic. Buy, unlock and ladder up. And yes, these are essentially scrolls, and you buy one scroll per one use. We're gonna spend our time gaining coin again, fighting these damn things. Oh, and I died again. I'm not doing very well. Waiting to get resurrected. Yeah. Okay, this time we're nearby the dungeon, which is fine. But it means we also have no weapon again, so that's a bit of a pain. I did say I have played this before, didn't I? I'm certainly not showing it, am I? Come on, there we go. I've got some coin. We'll have to try and not get killed again. So we need armor. Oh. We'll start off with leather armor. Oh, still can't afford it. Okay. We might just have to wander around for a bit. Okay. We've got to find the right dungeon anyway. Although City of Paws. So City of Britain is way up here then. Which means this might be the dungeon. Dungeon of Montor. That should be the right dungeon then. Certainly different, which is good. Yes, we better get the hell out of here. And climb. Cool. You can only gain your experience by hit points by exiting the dungeon, so if that was Paws, Britain should be further up around here somewhere. And Dungeon of Perinia. claim. Just trying to find Britain. I didn't ready a weapon, did I? Oh no, we've died. Okay. And we're gonna die again. Oh, there it must be up there. I know the basic layout of the later games. Hence why I'm mentioning Britain and pause and Trinsic and stuff like that. There are 8 primary cities. Pause is not one of them. Now, we don't want weapons, we want armour. B. Ooh. And get a dagger. Okay, we keep our inventory then. Okay, so it pays to have extra weapons and armour. Unfortunately, the only way to heal, apart from the dungeons, is by the kings. Oh yes, we need food. Luckily, food consumption isn't a big thing for inside dungeons. But what you do, a little trick is, enter the dungeon, kill a few things, exit. And oh wow. Okay, that will give us a bit more food to mess around with. Because really what we want to do in this game is get the best equipment, and I think you can get up to 9,999 food, so we want something around there. That will take some time. That's the first thing we really got to do. Then we can go around to the kings and sort out the mess from there. Whoops. Since I'm not doing too well, I might just have to stop the game, stop here, and get further ahead. You see what I'm basically going to do, which is, I'll probably travel to another place around you or something like that, where you can get better equipment, and just go into a dungeon, get as much food and experience and coin as much as possible. I won't buy any armor than what I really got, because I'll do that with you guys. That should. I mean, the reason why the game takes about 4 hours is because you spend this time getting the coins so that way you can get the food and getting enough coin for all the spacesuits and plasma weapons and so forth. So once we've done that, once we've got enough coin and I've collected loads of food and got loads of hit points, I'll come back. It should probably only take about 3 or so hours, then we can get on with the rest of the gameplay. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're back. As you can see, we've spent a bit of time getting some hit points and some food, some coin. So let's have a look what we can go buy now. Yes, there are pirate ships and ships which you can attack and so forth. Just to show you that we haven't bought anything unordinary. We're wearing chainmail, we've got an axe, I bought another axe, and some leather armor for some reason. So we'll go back here, have a look. We want to buy some transport, so we'll go have a look at some transport. Okay, we can buy an air car. Awesome. We'll buy said air car. And here's our air car. Oh, we've got to board it. Okay, that's a bit of a pain. Okay, we can fire lasers. Haha. Okay, see if we can find... there we are. Now, we were on a mission to find the grave of the lost soul. So let's see if we can remember where that is. It should be east somewhere. Oh. And what do we have here? We exit, we enter the sign, and it says, what do you know? We found the pillar of the Argonauts, not the one we were after. But we also found a dagger. We didn't have any increase in any stats. When I was going through the manual, I found that I was somewhat incorrect about the classes. Mainly the strength aspect of the human, the races, I mean, yeah. The race human increases your intelligence by 5. So yeah, I was a bit wrong. It might actually be west then. Oh, what's this? We found a sign. Exit, X for exit, E for enter. Someone says the Tower of Knowledge. We found the Tower of Knowledge. Okay. Board. Fire lasers. 1, 2. Nope. Excellent. Oi, 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 oi. Jeez. Okay. Ooh, look at that. I found a dungeon. Fascinating. Oh. Fire. Fire. There was the sign that I saw. It was north of Pause. It must be Pause. Ah, what's this? Exit, enter. The pillars of protection. Okay. Yeah, no effect. No, board. No. Whoops. Not having much luck, are we? So you can't. Oh, you can with a air car. Nice. White Dragon's Castle. Okay, cool. Didn't notice that before when I was playing. Yeah, of course. Might have to have a look at the map. The map is in the file where I read from the script. The sort of intro, since the game doesn't really have an intro. Let's have a quick look at that, shall we? Show that. And there we go. So we want to have a look at the map. If you don't understand the writing here, that is perfectly fine. Well, I have some difficulty reading it, but in the later games you come across this language all the time instead of English. So here is Lands of Lord British. Here we got castle, town, sea, grass, hills, mountains. Not sure what that one says. That would be sign. That would be woodland or forest or something along that line. Yeah, it says forest. But I don't think that's where we start though. Lands of the dark. Something or other. Doesn't matter. Oh, there's a sign up in the corner there. I think we might have done that one. Was there a sign here? Yes, north end northwest, northeast. Lands of Dagger and Danger, I believe. No real sign. Oh, the sign there and there. Okay. Lands of something lords. Probably feudal lords. Feudal lords. Got one sign there, one sign there. Of course this map doesn't correlate too well in-game. And the game crashed. Well, I should say DOSBox crashed, but we saved it, so that's good. So what I might have to do is come back to it later at another time, because, well, this is over a 40-minute video, so we'll come back to it later. I'll mark this as part 1, and we'll see if we can find what we need to finish the game. I won't go through the spoiler, but I just want to find the land, the spot of the lost soul, the grave of the lost soul, which should be one of those signs. I just can't figure out where we started relative to these maps, which is a bit of a pain. Not to be unexpected though. One would have thought we started off in the Isle, in the lands of Lord British. Just to show you how the character creation works. See, human gets 5 intelligence, elf 5 agility, dwarf gets 5 strength, and bobbit gets -5 strength but 10 wisdom. So you essentially got cleric, wizard or mage, then ranger, thief, and warrior there. Oh, wizard, yeah. Okay. And then we got fighter plus 10 strength, plus 10 agility, cleric plus 10 wisdom, and 10 agility for thief. So yeah, that's how that is affected. I mean, if we really wanted to drop the prices or everything, we can do that. But there's not too much here. These, all the different commands, movement, play screen. That's about it. You do have a walkthrough here and credits, but I'm not going to look that up. I'm going to try and do this without a walkthrough. So, just quickly load up DOSBox. Oh no, we didn't save per se. Well, that's going to be quite annoying, but we did buy an air car. We did get some stats increase, so we didn't lose a great deal. This is DOSBox, as you can see, which is no longer really being maintained. There are several variants. I've got 2 variants installed, the original, which is this one, and another one. And just to show you all the different type of things, games and stuff, we've got quite a number of games, if you can't tell. as well as World of Ultima, Savage Lands, or Savage Empire, and Martian Dreams, I should say. Just so you can have a look at everything. Zero is Aklabeth, which is a game that was made by Richard Garrett, aka Lord British, before he made the first Age of Darkness. So we're just going to the first Age of Darkness. There are other Ultima based games like I can't remember now. Stygian Abyss, and what was Ultima Underworld or something along those lines. Stygian Abyss. Then you got Ultima Underworld 2 as well. Both are a bit better 3D than this one, but yeah, we go here like so, and then whoops, the Linux commands. As you can see, there's various different files. We'll just load it again. Of course, the screen update for the video isn't going terribly well, but we'll skip that. And continue. Yeah, we start off back here. So like I said, we'll I've forgotten how to fight now. Not fire, attack, yes. We'll enter here, just go up here, transact nothing, transact buy, and we buy the aircraft. Which is here. Oh, we've got to board it. Okay, what we'll do is save it, and we'll come back to it in part 2 and find the grave of the lost soul. We'll probably come across the other signs, which is fine. I think the only way to gain extra stat points from those signs is by going to each of the lords, self-proclaimed kings. So yeah, then there's only 4 kings that give us a proper quest to get us to the end, so we'll deal with that in part 2, hopefully, without dying too much like we did this one. We did too much screwing around. So okay, cheerio for now.